And welcome back to All Day Live. Amber is here, and you've had quite a few little moments where you've had something you needed to kind of break in with here.
It's kind of been a crazy couple hours, yeah?
Days, yeah.
Like
so
busy.
Yeah, but you had something that popped up, was it, you said measles related?
Yes,
okay.
So this is a pretty big deal. There are 2 new cases of measles just confirmed by MDH in the metro area, and one of them is a really big deal because this was a kid who spent the day at Mall of America while they were sick. So the child was at Mall of America on May 24th in the theme park. Okay, so people who were at the mall on May 24th between 5 and 9 p.m. May 24th may have been exposed.
Specifically in that theme park especially.
Specifically, yes. I would say if you were in Mall of America at all, like during that evening, I would be a little bit aware of any symptoms you might start experiencing. But specifically if you were in the theme park there, I'd be extra vigilant. MDH is saying that if you were exposed and are to get sick, that would probably happen between May 31st. So that already passed. That was last week, or I guess that was Saturday.
Yep.
And then June 14th. So that's next weekend, Saturday.
And did you say there were 2 cases, both at MOA?
Not both at MOA, not that I'm reading anyways. So the kid who was at MOA, again, it was a child in the theme park, May 24th. They were an unvaccinated child from Dakota County. It sounds like, so MDH is saying the unvaccinated child from Dakota County has not traveled outside of Minnesota in the last month and had no known exposures. So, where they got it from, they don't seem to know at this time. I just don't think they know, right? So the first case was somebody from Washington County, an adult, who says their vaccination status is unverified. This adult person was exposed during domestic air travel outside of Minnesota. So, but the big one here is the kid who was at Mall of America. Yeah, because that could potentially have an impact on other people more than the first person. So, and Amy, I've kind of been thinking about a rise in measles cases for a little bit here because North Dakota has also recently seen a lot.
Oh, really?
Yes, almost 30 cases in May alone. Goodness. They went from 0 cases in April to cases starting in early May. And then in the last month, they got up to, I believe it was 28 cases. Let me see if I have this. Yeah, 28 cases from the first one happening on May 2nd. That was the first one in North Dakota since 2011. So yeah, definitely something that I have on the forefront of my mind. So when this popped up, I wanted to make sure we got this in there because it could have a huge impact, right?
Yes, highly contagious.
Highly.
Disease. So it's very important and very rare in Minnesota. So yeah, when it happens, you definitely want to pay attention. As we know, there were cases in Texas, a few months back as well, and it started to spread there a little bit.
And I want to see. So in Minnesota, we're looking at 4 cases so far this year here in Minnesota. 2 of them are listed as exposure within the U.S. That includes that adult, I'm thinking, that includes that adult that was exposed during domestic air travel within the U.S. And then 1 exposure from outside of the U.S. this year. And then there's 1 case listed as unknown, which I believe is probably the child who was at Mall of America.
Yep. The health department initial symptoms include fever, cough, runny nose, watery eyes. I mean, which you could think it's allergies too. So just kind of be careful. And then you get this rash that spreads from the head to the rest of the body. Can take 8 to 12 days from exposure. So yeah, just something to kind of be aware of there. All right. Sounds good. Glad we got that in there.
Yeah.